What's going on? How are you guys today? I hope some of you got some sun in. I know in New York it was relatively cloudy, even though this week and last week were the first weeks this summer. I was able to get some sun. I've just been, working as usual, just doing various stuff for the YouTube channel, filming videos every day, answering emails for a couple different companies, and trying to get some stuff done and move forward on a couple things. The 2001 Ford Taurus looks like it may be on its last leg. I don't really want to put any money into the car, and the car is there's a problem with the starter, and I don't really want to troubleshoot it myself. I should probably try to troubleshoot it myself and figure out what's wrong with the car, but since I'm not really mechanically inclined and I need to get a new car anyway, I'm not certain I should invest any more money into it. But maybe I'll take a look at some YouTube videos later and try to figure out what's wrong with it. But how are you guys today? I was thinking about doing a vlog on, because I think most people on my channel know about the jokes about my car. So I was thinking about doing a vlog of getting rid of the car and getting a new one. But I don't know if you guys would want to see that. You can't. Well, the problem isn't really combining the fats with the proteins. The problem is just over consuming food. I haven't been looking at the news lately. I know that we did the de Blasio video on, what was that, Monday or Tuesday? I think we did the de Blasio video on Tuesday. And shadow banned as usual. I don't know what to do moving forward. Get a Toyota Corolla. That would be really following through on the joke. Except I don't think anyone's really calling it Toyota Corolla besides me, and I got that from someone else. Get the new Toyota Corolla 19. It has a nice engine. Is that a joke? $33 in London, UK. Is that unusual? Favorite brain preparations? I like pan-searing it, but that does oxidize it to some degree. Your palatability video was probably the best nutrition introduction video I've seen so far. Yeah, I don't know why there are people, it's weird, like there are people in my comments gaslighting me, like they literally said, like, don't be angry when someone copies this because you're not the first person to say this. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Why would you go up to someone and tell them that someone's going to copy you, but don't worry about it because you're not the first person to say it? It's like, are they trying to gaslight me and prepare me for someone else stealing my information and talking about it on a podcast platform? It's like, and then I was like, okay, well, listen, there is no debating plagiarism. It's proven. If someone says something I said, they have to prove that someone else at some point in time said it before me. If they can't do that, they plagiarize me. But it's everyone copies me to some degree. Yeah, every time I look at someone's YouTube channel, and if you look at any of the nutrition YouTube channels, if you try to find topics related to my iron overload problems and copper and iron problems and stuff, just about every other nutrition channel on YouTube started talking about copper and iron when I did. So are they copying my specific information? No, they're not copying me word for word, so I can't complain about it. But when people do copy me word for word and just rip off my information, that's where it's an issue. And all you have to do is mention someone else's name, but these people are so arrogant and they're a bunch of clowns. They just want all the money and popularity for themselves. Why don't you post on TikTok anymore? Mainly because there is one TikTok I've been wanting to do, but that's the only. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or the next day. I noticed you sold out most organs and cheese right now. All right, I got to call. I thought the cheese was back in stock. I got to call my business partner after this live stream. Lucky they can't copy your entire style. I was on Google earlier and I got a little. It's just every single corner I turn, I get discouraged. because you can't find me on Google. Like if you Google carnivore diet anything, there's channels that are half as popular as mine with not even a quarter as many videos, and they pop up. But I'm going to keep moving forward and see how things go. I think I've been calling up real estate agents to try to locate a farm. We found a really good farm property, but it was well, let me summarize this. So I found one property that sold. I was a little late on getting it. One property is under lease until next year, so that's probably not a good option. I have to wait till fall of next year to get the farm, which is over a year from now. And there's another option that I can probably get right now. It's 4 hours away from the city, and I don't really know. I mean, if I'm going to go 4 hours away from the city, why not just go to a different state? You know, isn't the point of getting a farm near New York? I don't really know. I don't know how big of a deal it is for me to buy a farm 3.5 hours, 4 hours from the city. You're the OG carnivore. I mean, I've explained this scenario many times, but I was on the carnivore diet before the carnivore diet kind of happened. I followed what I thought was a keto I think I've explained this before. I don't really want to go over it again. I probably made a video titled something like how I got into diet, and I read a couple books, and I started my version of Keto Carnivore. You know, I took bits and pieces from other books, and not Keto Carnivore. I was following a ketogenic paleo diet, and I figured since the modern vegetables weren't paleo, that a keto paleo diet was logically only meat and fat. And once I discovered that animal foods had the nutrition, then I was like, all right, you don't need vegetables and stuff and grains and fruits. So that's how I came across. And the zero carb forums and stuff were actually around back in 2015, 2016 when I started my diet. It's just when I saw those forums, I was like, this isn't what I'm doing. But then when the carnivore diet got really popular, that's what I started marketing as. How would you cook a small piece of lamb? I always overcook it. Depends on the cut. I mean, I've been on YouTube for about 4 years now, and the amount of videos I have, it's hard to say. Does it? There are channels that have less videos that have a lot more subscribers. There are channels that have more videos that have less subscribers. But generally speaking, the shadow banning and what's going on now is ridiculous. What happened to your face? I've been breaking out a lot past week or two from stress, not sleeping, not hydrating. Little too much negative going on. And I told you guys all the crazy stuff that happened. There's still a couple crazy things that I didn't tell you. We had the contractor scam us. We had the supplement company. I'm having issues with getting contract manufacturers to do it. It's a whole nightmare. When you start doing TikToks, I'm going to make a compilation. Reading my 3 a.m. tweets idea. I don't know if my 3 a.m. tweets idea is appropriate for YouTube. A TikTok compilation would be okay. I'd have to work on a lot more TikToks. I don't know why I'm coughing. I think they're blasting me with Wi-Fi. Frank did invent eating meat. Oh, we got the gaslighters in the chat. It's funny how this whole, I would have probably been cool with the carnivores if they didn't copy my information. Like I don't want to explain this today. The whole scenario is really silly how it started. One person decided to copy a few things from my videos word for word. And since then, I've been on a vendetta to completely destroy the carnivore community. And I think I've been doing a pretty good job at it. We've come up with a lot of fun terms, such as the carnivores, the baldivores. I bet you if I wasn't around, they would have never pushed the grass-fed meat bullshit. Does 5 grams cause sudden massive migraines? I mean, I don't know how suddenly they can cause a headache. I would assume if the radiation is powerful enough, it can. Would you recommend jaw surgery for an overbite? Have you had any issues with it? I've been okay with my jaw surgery because I'm aware of proper facial posture. The problem is if you get jaw surgery and you keep your poor facial posture, then your face might return to where it was. Would you say a coronary arterial calcium scan is the only real way to tell if you have heart disease risk, and why don't they do them in young people? Because regardless of how poor your diet or lifestyle is, a CAC scan isn't relevant until you're in your like late 50s, early 60s. Even though they copy you, you're still the only one out there with your own farm. Well, I don't have a farm yet. I'm looking at getting a farm. And to explain the whole situation, it's a lot bigger than my YouTube channel, but it has to do with like secret societies and how they control everything, all the dietary ideas. You guys, a lot of you guys keep overlooking like how big the carnivore diet stuff got. Like it was on Joe Rogan. It's probably going to continue to be on Joe Rogan. How big the paleo movement was and how it got taken over by companies like General Mills. Like someone told me earlier that the Epic Provisions that sells those like trendy meat, marketing grass-fed stuff, that's owned by General Mills. Let me tell you something. I don't care what they're selling me. If it's owned by General Mills, I'm not buying it. Do you plan on selling cold processed protein? Right now, we just have the grass-fed whey. I'm really trying to. I'm still trying to build up my businesses. Nothing's ever really been that successful. I've made enough money for my. I moved back in with my parents to save up money for my businesses, so I could get my own place, but like I don't have enough money to do the things I want to do to help other people. No, that was the reason I wanted to gamble on the stock market. I was like, okay, well, if I did that back in February or March and I got a lot of money, then I could have bought a better farm property. I wouldn't have had to. Things wouldn't be as difficult. Well, you got all these people selling snake oil, shoving supplements down people's throat, just trying to make as much money as they possibly can so they can get additions to their mansions. Did you know that Ben Franklin and George Washington were Masons? Yeah, I feel like we're just living in a simulation that's controlled by a bunch of psychos. Seems to be a common thing with the carnivores that raw dairy is only for growing infants and that you can't lose weight on it. Oh, well, first of all, I've never heard a carnivore mention raw dairy ever. I have never heard someone that does the carnivore diet as an influencer mention raw dairy unless they were specifically saying that dairy is inflammatory and you shouldn't consume it, and they didn't say the word raw in front of dairy. So not once in the 2-3 years that the carnivore diet's been popular on YouTube has any of the carnivores ever addressed raw dairy in a positive light, and that's because they can't make money on it. They can't if they can't make money on it, they will not address it. They don't talk about fish because they can't make money on fish until their company's selling fish. If you notice these people, they will only address things that they can make money on. Would you consult me in a new startup in selling kombucha? I can give you advice, but I don't know how. I could help you out. Listen, I'm pretty smart from like a startup business perspective, and I can let you know if I think your business is going to work or not, and I can give you an idea of what you need to do. Like none of the carnivores talk about gut microbiome health because it contradicts the carnivore diet. Gut microbiome needs to carbs. There's a lot of things they won't speak about. And the less you speak about, the more you keep people in a very simple mindset, the easier it is to get more people to follow a certain diet. A lot of items disappeared from the Frankie's Free Range Meat website. What items are you talking about? I wish raw dairy could be sold at stores. It's strange. It's illegal. The main reason raw dairy is illegal is because people would be healthy. Dairy is such a nutritious food that if you consume dairy in the state it was from nature, it would be very difficult for you to get sick. I don't know why I feel like something's in my throat today. I should have got some water. It's so high in B vitamins. It has a lot of the fat-soluble vitamins. It's very high in minerals. It's a great source of calories. It's great for gut bacteria. If people just drank like 25-30% of their calories from raw dairy, then everyone would be healthy. So the reason they have to pasteurize the dairy, they have to homogenize it, they have to add artificial synthetic vitamins, they have to feed the animals crap, they have to pump them full of antibiotics, they have to put as much crap in the milk and dairy products as possible so that it gives it estrogenic properties, it removes the nutrients, it makes it inflammatory, it has allergens. They need to make the product unhealthy. And even so, if you drank even the regular whole milk from the supermarket, you'd probably still be healthier than most people. Why are you guys talking about like Joe Rogan being a shill? I feel like we repeat ourselves every 3 months. Like, this is stuff we've already talked about. David, I don't know who that is. I've been harassed on all types of venues, even on Tinder. What was funny, I'm glad I got banned on Tinder because all these vegans were trying to catfish me. It was ridiculous. I can't do anything. Remember I called the raw dairy farm and they didn't even know there were two types of casein, one being more inflammatory. I'm not so sure. I've seen contradicting information on that. Sometimes you have to beat a dead horse. What fat carb macros would you recommend to avoid gut dysbiosis candida? That's not a simple answer. Pork is gone, beef belly is gone, beef liver, and most organs are gone. All right, let me ask Adam. Pork, beef belly, beef liver, organs. I think we have Wagyu beef belly in stock. So if you want beef belly, we have Wagyu beef belly. Do you drink wine? Maybe a couple times a year I'll have some wine, but I usually get pretty bad acne, so I gotta be careful. England is good with raw milk, not just Scotland. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of countries where you can go like just to like a local place and fill up a liter of like a glass bottle for a very cheap price. Like it's almost cheaper than store-bought milk. Did you hear the story about the doctor who made the A2 milk story up? Yeah, I think it might be. The A2 versus A1 stuff might be fake. I haven't been able to. I haven't looked into it super much, like a lot lately, but the difference between A1 and A2 cow's milk is not a big difference. If you're intolerant to cow's milk, you probably want to try goat or sheep milk. Why do you still get acne if you healed your gut? Well, I mean, I didn't technically heal my gut. I'm making progress. I've always had acne my whole life, so I don't know if I'll ever be able to heal it entirely. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google purposely shadow banning people. Hey, I don't know. I'm just taking things day by day. I'm not trying to worry about things that are out of my control. Frank, you should sell hydroxychloroquine on FFR. I made a video on hydroxychloroquine. It's a controlled opposition drug. The mainstream media is trying to get people to believe hydroxychloroquine is bad, so that like people that are against the mainstream media will think it's good, but in reality, it is bad. I look at probiotics like. Frank, I went today to Whole Foods and bought all their mussels with escabeche sauce. Did you get the Ria de Rosa brand? The other brands aren't that good. Drink more water. It does have to do with my hydration was good the past 2 days and I stopped breaking out. I haven't been hydrating that well today though. When last have you checked on Raw Bliss? We could do we gotta yeah, well, I'm gonna try to do some vegan critiques on Sundays. Did you see Michael Porter Jr. on the Denver Nuggets speak out against the Toyota Jenna? No, I didn't. Stress will cause acne. Yeah, my hair looks kind of good today, at least compared to the other live streams. I'm gonna have to do. I'm just gonna have to get some topics to talk about with some of these live streams because the viewers just keep going, keep getting less and less viewers, and I'm assuming it's partially due to the summer, partially due to because we're on the new channel. Officials promise New York City schools will be cleaned constantly when they reopen. Custodians wonder how. They're really hell-bent on opening up schools to radiate children in the fall. I wonder if they can cause a specific illness with a certain radiation frequency. Post removed today about a couple attacking people. 7 train was quickly locked. Yeah, there's a lot of censorship of how much of a third world hellhole New York City is becoming. Same with, I don't know how Los Angeles is, but it seems like they're trying to hide about how bad things are still. Any vegan girlies have OnlyFans? I think you would have better luck just looking through girls' OnlyFans and finding one that was a vegan by chance. He did a Snapchat Q&A where he spoke out against Toyota being used for population control. The media made him look like an idiot for it. Still good to see a high-profile athlete speaking out. Yeah, that athlete's probably going to get injured and never play again. Right, you should check Devin Nash. Guys, I'm not. There is nothing to do. I'm being censored by YouTube. Okay, there is nothing to be done. Like, there's nothing to be done. When YouTube forces your videos out of the algorithm, removes your subscribers, and halts your growth, and I'm shadow banned from Google search. Like, there's nothing to be done. Like, the cuck soy boys in charge know what Frank Tufano says, and he's not allowed to say it. That's it. Bianca Taylor has an OnlyFans? I don't think she's hot enough for me to buy her OnlyFans. Like, if you're gonna pay for it, man, you got some like European girls. Holy shit, that's what I would pay for. Who do you think will be the next fake vegan to quit their diet and simp for the grain-fed beef industry? I mean, there haven't really been any vegans that have simped for the grain-fed beef industry. Like, Raw Alignment tried to do it and she got destroyed. Like, her livelihood was ruined. Raw Alignment's channel went down the gutter. I think John Venus tried to do something. It's funny. It's funny watching these Masons try to welcome John Venus. Like, I hate to break it to you idiots, but if you pay a few dozen people to comment on someone's video and pretend like they're welcome for eating meat again, it's not going to work to the hundreds of thousands of people he fucking tricked for years and years and years. It's hilarious. What would happen if every single female on the planet had an OnlyFans? What would happen if your Eastern European girls had access to make OnlyFans? We could put all these American girls out of business. Frank, are you on Robinhood? No, I'm not retarded. Anyone who pays for pictures you can get online for free is a cuck. Are Frank's Patreon vids worth it? Honestly, if you're the type of person to ask that question, I wouldn't really want I mean, yeah, I do want to offend you. I don't really want you watching my channel. I don't really want you worrying about supporting me in any way. I've made over 1,000 YouTube videos without making any money myself. So like if you like, it's fine. If you get like it's a two-way street. If people want to support me, they get the reciprocation in return, but I understand most people don't want to, which is why I don't really answer emails for free anymore or stuff like that. A lot of people expect to get all like secret health information for nothing, and then you have clowns charging $2,000 per consultation that don't know half as much as me. It's very admirable that you continue making videos and spreading your message even with the censorship. 9 out of 10 influencers would have given up by now. I mean, the stuff that happens to me, it's almost surreal in a way. Like vegans taking down my Kickstarter. Like when the vegans took down my Kickstarter and none of the carnivores spoke up for me, that's when I started putting the pieces together. Stuff like that. What's wrong with Robinhood? You know what's funny is fucking Robinhood got shut down for 2 days when the stock market was going crazy and all these people couldn't trade their stocks. Like they intentionally took down Robinhood because people didn't know how to trade outside of it. Here's $2. Make a video on detox, please. I mean, honestly, if you have to add a couple zeros to that for me to make a video on it, but you're assuming that there's something in your body that you want to get rid of and that you have nutrient imbalances. So the detox would technically be addressing all lifestyle and dietary factors and fixing them. If there's a specific problem you have that does require a detox of something, like I mean, I haven't really heard of any legitimate ones for the most part. Like an iron overload detox. What kind of detox do you mean? Like, what are you trying to detox from your body? Like a heavy metal detox? Like a detox isn't a general term. Like, are you trying to detox something? Do you work out every day? Yeah, I actually have to work out after this live stream, and then I have to get to bed at a reasonable time. And I'm going to film tomorrow's video early tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to go buy a new car. I don't know. I might just film a vlog for the new Taurus. I have to spend as I said earlier, I'm going to spend some time later troubleshooting it and see if I could fix it myself. Hey, Frank, I hope the links and stocks I sent you helped. Yeah, Zach, I took a quick look, but I don't really know what I'm doing, so. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing from the stock market perspective. Venus is a weird one. I mean, I don't really know. I'm the kind of person that'll just work all day and not, like, I'll work 15 hours a day and not care. So I feel like if I was able to do something that was conducive to that, like if I was handy and I knew how to if I was a carpenter, I knew how to make cabinets. Like I could make cabinets for 15 hours a day. I wouldn't mind doing that. I just don't know how to do it. How well did you tolerate raw dairy after your protocol? I'm still working on the protocol, but I think I should be able to eat raw dairy in the future. On a lighter note, I see you're at 100K. We've almost been at 100K for like 2 months now. Hillary, I don't know who that is. Just a reminder to put the Frankie's Naturals products on Amazon. Yeah, I still have to do that. Vlog if you're going to buy a car. I guess that'll give me a video for Sunday so I don't have to film something else, or a Monday video. Save me a video, and I think it'll break up the content, something you guys want to see. A video about relationship with food, binge eating would be pretty cool. I should probably do a video on eating disorders. I'll write a script for that. I'm trying to compile a list. Well, I'm writing scripts right now for videos because I'm thinking about taking a vacation for a week or two. So I'm trying to film like 20, 30 videos in advance, which is a lot of work. So I'm trying to write like 2 or 3 scripts every day, and then I'm going to start filming 2 or 3 videos every day, which, I mean, it's not a crazy amount of work, but for some, I mean, I haven't been sleeping that well with the iron overload stuff and everything still, so it's hard. You know, you guys see me today, like my face is breaking out. I have bags under my eyes, like I'm doing too much. I just checked Elise Parker's social blade. She's losing 1,000 followers per week. No, it's really bad. Like Elise Parker, like I don't know what she can do now. Hopefully she made enough money from her vegan nonsense to not have to work anymore. Any prospective vacation ideas? I mean, I wasn't planning on going everywhere. I was just planning on just relaxing for a couple weeks. I don't really want to go anywhere. If I did, I probably would. I don't think, especially with the Toyota Corolla nonsense still going on, I don't think I can even take a vacation. How do you avoid Wi-Fi while staying entertained? You directly wire everything. You can directly wire every Wi-Fi device. You recommend beginners to work out every day? I mean, the first few weeks or month or two working out. It might be hard to get the frequency that high, but after about a month, you should be able to work out every day. Why don't you eat rice or potatoes? The few times I've experimented with rice and potatoes, I don't feel good eating them. I feel better eating a jar of raw honey than I do eating a potato. How many times do you spend researching other channels? I don't. Sometimes what I'll do is when I'm researching scripts for a video, I'll look at like some Khan Academy stuff on YouTube just to see if it's relevant. But for the most part, like all of the research for the scripts I write is me looking at like studies on NCBI and just ideas from my head and general understanding of nutrition. The only time I look at other channels is usually on a daily basis. I literally get messages every day of people copying my information and of people that have copied my information in the past. Just people keep reminding me of it for some reason. But other than that, if you mean like look at other YouTube channels for research, I mean, let me go. My brain is fucking fried. I can just go look at my YouTube history. Nah, all I really do is I'll watch like fitness influencers on YouTube. I'll watch entertainment stuff. Like I like One Bite Pizza reviews, stuff like that. I don't really, when I'm on YouTube and watching YouTube videos, I just watch it for entertainment, not research. And that's because I mean it when I've said like I have the most in-depth educational videos on YouTube. If you watch my videos on a certain subject, no one else on YouTube has really gone as in-depth on certain things. So, you know, if that's the case, where would I have found the information? Can't be YouTube. Go to LA and have the time of your life. What's so fun in LA? LA doesn't sound that fun from the traffic perspective. What are you going to sit in your car half the day getting fried by Wi-Fi? I think it's pretty disgusting when people ask their viewers to pick diets for them to try out and report. They're definitely not being truthful in following them and mislead their viewers for money. I mean, a lot of stuff is fake. Like, I mean, I'll always reference that Raw Lyman Butcher Box 30. I went carnivore for 30 days sponsorship. Like, the whole video was shot in a day. She clearly didn't go carnivore for. She clearly didn't go carnivore for 30 days. I don't get the impression Frank likes to party anymore. I never really partied. LA is in the same spot as New York City, third world hotspot. I never really partied. I mean, I used to work as a bartender, so when people were partying, I was working. LA is closed by the ocean. No, it's just as closed up, just as bad as New York. I'm sure some people out in the Hamptons are having fun right now. Real estate and pricing over there always blows my mind. The obese on The Biggest Losers are forced to work out every day, right? Well, I mean, working out every day isn't really. I mean, the routine I do is monotonous and boring, and I don't like working out. The only reason I'm working out is for the appearance for my YouTube channel. But again, as we've said several times, like I was supposed to give away my fitness routine like 6 months ago, but Toyota Corolla happened. A lot of stuff was supposed to happen this year that didn't happen, fitness related on my channel. It seems like the perfect storm of negative events happened. Like Toyota Corolla happened and all gyms get shut down. Like, how was I supposed to predict that? If I knew that was going to happen, I would have never started the fitness transformation in the first place. Now I'm still working out. We're almost a year into my transformation. Your skin hasn't been looking that good. I mean, it could be a combination of the lighting, and I haven't been that mindful of hydrating and keeping clean the past few weeks. So what made you decide to switch Gina off of carnivore? Mainly because my parents and the people at her day program were giving her food, and she was just binging and binging and binging. Whenever she would she would drink like 7 cups of coffee with creamer. It was ridiculous. The goal was to get her down a few more pounds and improve her body composition a bit more, but that wasn't going to happen because she kept cheating on the diet. How do I get all the devices in my house hardwired? Do I need to call an electrician? You could probably get some guy on Craigslist to run some wires around for a few $100 if you don't mind drilling some holes. Just get them to send you a resume, see if they've worked as an electrician before. Because all you need to do is turn off your router and run Ethernet cables to every room you want to use a computer or cell phone in. And you might even need, if it's a really crazy household and you really want to get nuts with it, you might need 2 routers for enough Ethernet cords. But you just have to run Ethernet cables to every room in the house that you want Wi-Fi in. So you have to choose a room to put the router in, and then wire everything from that router, and then you want to turn the router Wi-Fi off and shield the router with something to block the Wi-Fi signals. You can't hardwire your cell phone. Yeah, there's an adapter. I think I don't have it here. Oh, actually, I think I have an unopened one somewhere. Yeah, I have it right here. Hold on. This is a Lightning to RJ45 Ethernet LAN network adapter for Apple iPhone, iPad. I'll open this one up. So this is a cable. You plug the Ethernet in here, and you plug that into the cell phone. And if you put the phone on Wi-Fi, it will work. It will pick up the signal from the hard wire. And then if you put the phone back on airplane mode, after it picks the signal up from the Wi-Fi, the phone will work without giving off a signal. So you can hardwire a cell phone. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass because you have to have a whole Ethernet line ran to use this. So if you, or, limit the cell phone usage. So you can hardwire anything. It's just how many Ethernet cables are you going to run throughout your house? Ideally, if I was building any house and this was what you needed to be healthy, I would run Ethernet cables. I would run 2 or 3 Ethernet cables to every room in the house, and then have people even put them in the floor and stuff, and have people, have it installed by a couch. And it's not difficult to have your cell phone hardwired. Imagine if everywhere you went in public, they had hardwire connectors for your cell phone to work, and people check their cell phone every 10, 15 minutes. That's not out of the realm of possibility. It's just more infrastructure and stuff. But that's never going to happen. We have to fry people and make people sick with radiation. This is like $15 on Amazon. I'll put this on my Amazon shop. Oh, wait, it says it on here. Use an Ethernet cable to connect the device to an internet-ready. Open your iPhone, iPad. Please go to Settings and Ethernet Network. Oh, so you could do that. Where's my phone? Oh, it's right here. So if you go to, I don't have this set up because I don't have an Ethernet line here, but you go to Settings. All right, I don't see Ethernet Network. Maybe that's only on the iPad. Settings, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular. All right, maybe I'll look at this later. But the point is, it works. It works. And my room's a mess that I have to clean up. Do people in America use WhatsApp? I use WhatsApp because I talk to a lot of international people for like product sourcing, but I don't think Americans really use WhatsApp. Is milk-fed veal liver more nutritious than beef liver? It's lower in like iron and certain minerals. All liver is about the same from a nutrition perspective. Soaking liver doesn't really remove that many vitamins. What's your favorite gym in the world? I don't really care. I've never been to any of the popular gyms like Bev Francis on the East Coast or California Golds. What's the longest you fasted on water only? 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna do a video with my mom's diet soon. Maybe sometime next month. Do what my mom eats in a day. Have you thought about making your own preserved MRE type of food kits? I mean, that's what the Warrior Bar is for on Frankie's Free Range Meat. The purpose of the Warrior Bar on Frankie's Free Range Meat was because we couldn't make enough meat for the pemmican, and people wanted like a non-perishable food source. So that's what we got for them with the Warrior Bar. I didn't come up with the Warrior Bar because I wanted to sell a new bar and make money. I was constantly thinking for months and months and months and months, what can I add to, what can we sell that's non-perishable for a protein source? What can we sell? And I came up with the idea, well, whey protein is a nutritious, good source of protein. Can we make it into a bar and use the whey protein instead of pemmican? I mean, instead of beef, because we can't, as I said, we can't dry enough beef to make the pemmican. And that's what we ended up doing. So, to make an MRE style, what would be the point of us making an MRE style meal kit when we have the Warrior Bar already? That's the purpose of that. And, it's minimal ingredients. It tastes pretty good. It's not something that we really need to do. Did you feel really weak when you fasted? Yeah, no, that 2-week fast, when I broke the fast, I felt like I was going to collapse. So we had I thought it was pretty bad. Your mom seems a lot healthier and more upbeat than your dad. Would you say she's supportive of your lifestyle? Yeah, definitely. More so. Well, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm checking out my Frankie's Free Range website, and some of the products are missing, and I'm a little concerned. I'm gonna have to end this live stream right now. I'll get